Okay, guys, under the hood. Alright, so from my video this morning, defending myself, you see why it took so long to get to a point where I could present my video as legal evidence in my defending myself against people trying to convict me in a public arena and use a fake video of whatever they tried to present me looking at somebody or doing whatever they tried to do. I don't really know and don't care. But all of the real evidence surrounding all this, what's happened in our nation, who's taken control, and we do have evidence of that. We know who's behind the flock cameras. Silicon Valley, big money investor. That's also the same people running money straight into the hands of politicians, their brand of politicians. These are not politicians, these are corporate stooges is all they are. Bought and paid for to lie about being Christians when they, I don't see why fire hadn't come down from heaven and done scorched them real good, but now lies they tell. That's not Christianity. All of that's a lie. But here's the problem on both sides. To take a video trying to act like somebody's watching you or doing something, bothering you in some way, or like they did in Athens, trying to look up your dress when they had to turn out walks, and many of you piled up. Like I said, there was hundreds of them there. They'd been preparing for a while for me to come back. They knew I would one day. They used Erica and her family to get me back. So, by her not wanting to stay anywhere but home and in Athens, and then when I come back and she wouldn't leave, I knew it was over, and I just rode the tide out. There wasn't too much I could do at that time. I was kind of financially hamstrung, mainly from fighting for 45 years to get what should have been mine the day I come out of the hospital and back on the street. But at any rate, there's enough evidence now out there. I'm talking about real evidence to back up what I've said and my defense. And it's undeniable evidence. I'd be glad to take a lie detector test on that business. Anything I say, I got no problem with that, as long as it's fair and they're not rigging it. But that's why it's taken so awfully long to get to this point. But here's the problem with their videos. They got to have more than just a video, because videos in our day and time can no longer be trusted. AI, I mean, there were fake videos in the Paxton case out in Texas too, I believe. I'm not really sure. But what I do know is there's a whole lot of evidence to back up what I've been saying about everything. And then you see Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney this morning that I posted, talking about those tariffs and weaponized trade of the U.S., his position and what they had to do. Now, for one thing, I'm not going to stand up here against these neighbors here and say, well, this and that, although I got a good idea who's really the worst ones behind all this. But that'll play out. Now that this is out in the public where it can really be looked at and gone over, whatever videos they come up with now is just going to be totally subject to suspicion. I don't even talk to anybody most of the time. I might holler and wave, something like that, or used to. I don't do that anymore because I don't know who to trust. The person that I'm shunning may be one of my closest allies for all I know. I don't know, so I don't have no comment on that. Don't know. I don't need to know. A lot of things I just don't care about. A lot of things that don't make no difference to me what they think. But the main thing, here's my neighbor. He like to come by a lot when I'm out here, you notice that? Must be working close by or something, going back and forth to his house to do something. At any rate, they got a serious problem now. Not only with what they've done here with me, but this financial situation they've created, this vacuum where they tried to take over the UN with that Gaza peace resolution and this whacked out board of peace deal they had. They really just blew up in their face and brought the whole world to a crisis is what it is. I still believe the other nations has got a better chance. China's in a mess, but they're not really worried too much because of the SWIFT trading system just going its way. It would cause a financial earthquake, of course. But they got renewables, and they're doing a lot of other things now. And they'll be fine. A lot of these nations will. I'm worried about the United States, in a way, but in another way, because of the real rugged individualism of people working together with what they know in their trades, instead of being a bumped up blob of political nonsense and BS, working for a dear leader. Then we probably gonna be fine. But my video this morning, I believe, with all the evidence I've backed it up with, everything is going to be considered legal, binding, and I want it to. Now I want all your evidence that you got up here. Are you willing to take a lie detector test? I did. I would. I will. Bring it on. Let's see what you got other than a lie. You can't run this nation on one lie after another coming out of your mouth. You can't go back to the 1941 Germany days to run a nation. You can't use religion and corporation to play like a government. You got to be a real government, and you can't base everything on a lie, because you see what happened with that. So yeah, my videos are binding, legal, and my reply, since no one will represent me, as hard as I try to get somebody to. We're supposed to have a legal system with a blindfold and earmuffs on, but not to the truth. It's supposed to be. They're supposed to be blind to people's status and what's been said about them outside of court. Now they want to do it all outside of court in the public arena because they ain't got no real evidence. Anytime you got somebody lying to you about somebody and trying to get you to fake stuff, fake videos and everything else to prove, and they're going to get worse because they really need it now, but that horse done fell over dead. And they can kick it all they want, but they ain't going to come back alive. And I'll stand there and look my accuser dead in the eye. I want to hear what they got to say to my face, because they sure can do a lot of shit talk to my back. Alright guys, that's all I wanted to say. And it's going to be whatever it's going to be, and I ain't afraid of them, and I don't care about them, and a lie don't never win over the truth, and a liar is just a liar. I don't care if he's a president or a pauper. That's Revelation chapter 19. Alright guys, that's about all I got for right now. I'll go in here and rest for a little bit. See what they got planned next time I come out. Next video.